Hello, lovelies, and welcome to another edition of Hold My Coffee 2021, June. It's been 6 months since 2020 ended, and it certainly doesn't feel like it. Volcanoes, earthquakes, and major storms, oh my. Along with all of this harassing weather and unexpected phenomena, I am going to be launching book number 8 in my Hold My Coffee 2021 challenge. That puts us 2 books left to reach the 10 book in 12-month goal. Ghost with Ink is starting on June 10th, and I'm sorry that I don't have a copy to show you. The storms in Texas delayed my printing. So instead, I will go ahead and read you the first chapter of Ghost with Ink, Doing Too Much as a Doolittle. A dark-haired woman sat on the deck of the boat called Siren Seeker, typing rapidly. The weather was colder than she liked. If she was being honest, anything below 20 Celsius was colder than she liked. Cold weather made her nightmares crawl out of the hole in her psyche where she buried them. She had 10 chapters left in her latest ghostwriting assignment. Then she would go back to being Pop's magic pencil. This rushed rewrite was a favor to Sharon Cohenchime, her best friend, who was a renowned publishing agent. The disheveled state of the draft copies made her wonder what disastrous battle had happened between the publisher, the editor, the writer, and ghostwriter. But today, Annie was enjoying the distraction of her chosen career from the one thrust upon her by the responsibility of containing her dead mother's research. The last 10 months of her life had been so strange, the stuff of science fiction, and her intuition warned her it was only going to get stranger. Her world was shifting from being the retired NSA analyst turned full-time ghostwriter, Dr. Anneliese Winters-Dove, to her new identity as Dove Anne Doolittle, MOARA researcher and hurricane hunter pilot. The cover kept her real work chasing Pandora and Eloh off the radar, since MOARA director Derek Bigelow Sr. boasted a longtime friendship with Pops. Her acting as Pop's pilot kept their writing partnership off the books, so to say. After all, Dr. Anneliese Winters-Dove was a missing person and presumed dead. Derek Sr., Geraldo, or Harry as he preferred, and Derek Jr. were on the mainland in a tiny port town doing reconnaissance while pretending to be tourists. While she typed her end notes, Annie listened to the transmission from the coast as the father, son, and their old friend commented on the lack of quality local brew, good restaurants, and entertainment in general in the town. Saint Arnaldo preserve us. This is the worst beer we have ever had, Geraldo complained. Yep, Eric agreed. At least it isn't gamey like Aklan. What were you doing there again? DJ asked. There was a toxic algae bloom in the lake. A polluter was dumping nitrogen solvents into the water. Derek sighed. You were only 10, kiddo. It took 3 years to clean up the mess so the water wouldn't poison everything that touched it, and they're still working on it, Geraldo added. The food was excellent, but the local beer was awful, almost as bad as this, and always warm. Maybe you should try the wine, Annie suggested absently as she typed. The local vintage smells like feet, Harry revealed, then offered with a chuckle, I'll bring you back a bottle. No thanks, Annie said, giggling. Sharon's the wine drinker. Derek Sr. chuckled. I doubt that even Sharon would drink it. It's that bad? Annie gagged in jest. Pass. They were quiet, and Annie could hear the waiter taking their plates away. There's the boat that goes out with the tankers, DJ announced quietly. As they waited for their tab, DJ begged, Annie, please make something good for dinner that isn't vegetables and rice. I'm starving. Annie exhaled tiredly as she reread the last she typed. You're always hungry. Tofurkey it is. You hate me, DJ whined, and she laughed evilly. The Woods Hole Maritime Oceanographic and Atmospheric Research Agency, or MOARA, was investigating a strange resonance, a possible Pandora technology use, off the African coast. Once they found the energy source and destroyed it, she would head back to Colorado to help Pops with the next book and spend Christmas in her cabin. They believed that someone was using the energy to sink cargo ships off the Atlantic coast of Africa. Only the ships were not exactly sinking. They just disappeared, cargo and all, with almost no wreckage to be found. They traced two tanker ships to this port on the southern coast of Portugal, a port with no oil facilities. There were traces of magnetic anomalies on the hulls of both tankers, and the tracking markers she placed in the cargoes of the targeted ships proved her right. The story of Jonah and the whale was certainly had never been truer. These pirates were using tankers to haul away entire smaller vessels after they were disabled. The pirates also crippled larger vessels and stole the cargo shipping containers before they sank rapidly. Remote submersibles showed weird holes in the sunken ships. The only solid clues were the detectable Pandora resonance and a single survivor. A sailor reported the metallic ship singing as holes like Swiss cheese appeared in the hull. His silver-filled teeth exploded in his mouth. The panicked man jumped overboard and swam for miles before he ended up clinging to a sea buoy. It was days before a fishing vessel found him. He was severely dehydrated and hallucinating. Later, he died of a heart attack. He delusionally proclaimed sirens sang to his ship and a whale ate it before he succumbed. Annie's mind wandered to the last month and the Eloh communication array problems. The power constraints were the hardest part. The energy needed to blast a signal through the atmosphere and into the artificial wormhole was immense. They'd blown up a half a dozen satellites before going with the planet-based array in the southern hemisphere. Eloh was far below Earth on the galactic ecliptic, and the clever harmonics of the signal caused the transmission to speed up the further it went. The math proved that it was true. The Eloh came from Leo Minor, specifically Leonis CN, a red star nearly 8 light years from Earth. Annie laughed until her sides ached when Vorn showed her on the star map. Gene Roddenberry was right. There was life at Wolf 357. Remembering instead of writing, she thought about the first time she saw Tal after he left on the 2nd of January. She had a surprise for him. Last week, Sharon and Vorn's twins were barely 10 days old. She shook her head. She still couldn't believe it had been less than a year since they met. Her hand reached up absently, rubbing the ink under her sweatshirt. And that's half of the first chapter. I am looking forward to the launch on June 10th. I am hoping that it sells as much as the first one did. Um, Ghost with Cat seemed to do very, very well. Fingers crossed, Ghost will Ink will follow it. And then Ghost with Hope, which is the third book in the series, will be set for December 10th. So we'll have a 1-year cycle for all 3 books. I hope that you enjoyed it, and links are below. Be blessed. And remember, when things get bad, tell 2021, hold my coffee. I've got things to do. Bye-bye. So on the end of this video, I am going to tack on my Mystic Cats Tarot unboxing and then the June tarot reading that I did. I hope you find it interesting. It's a lovely set, and have a lovely day.
And it's finished 16
So
page
this
book.
came nice, small, and I ordered this for my daughter. I have very pretty, nice book. The only thing is, it does not have a bag for the cards.
The one that was blind. No, but you want to send you plenty photos of the blind.
Looks fun. We'll see how they turn out. Okay, so I did a spread. You saw my unboxing a few days ago, and so I did a spread that was just the picture of the spread I did. And so this deck is a little different. It uses elements like sky is swords and fire is wands and sea is cups and earth is pentacles. So the first card I got was, I made some notes real quick. For my current self, the first card I got was this very pretty card called the Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands. And I love these cards. And the book says, follow your muse, be an inspiration. The adventurous loves the journey, passionate, loves the family. Keeps the heart light and joyful. Okay, the second card I got, which for the theme of the month, was the Four of Earth, which is the Four of Pentacles, and this is kind of a depressing card. The Four of Pentacles Earth card here is the card of when you kind of lose joy in life. You lose the things you like. But I think it's a very pretty. That is a very, very grumpy looking cat. The next card was the Key Goals card, and I got the Two of Earth, which is also the Two of Pentacles. is a balance card. It's about finding balance, and it's this really cute card of this cat with two apples balanced on its head. And I love the coloring of this card. I'm very fond of autumn colors, so I love the coloring of this card. Um, it The next one I got was the inverse Three of the Sea, which Three of the Sea is the Three of Cups. So the inverse Three of Cups, that's what it looks like upside down. Right side up, it's two kitties and a seal on the beach. And the Three of Sea is about connections with families and friends, and the inverse is like everybody's going their different way. Everybody is so busy, and it's a warning not to lose those connections. And that card was actually my obstacle card for the month of June, is losing touch with friends and family. The next card is the accomplishment card, card number 5. It is this very cute, it is called the Fire Kitten, which is basically the Page of Wands. The kitten cards are the pages, and fire is wands. So they have this cute little kitten, and it's just kind of swatting at the flame. And this is a very hopeful card. This is, it's the Page of Wands is someone who is curious and enthusiastic, someone who's they're willing to try new things. They're willing to push forward. So, and in the book, in the cat book, the Mystic Cats book, it says curiosity and enthusiasm for new projects offer opportunities for growth and new skills. Don't be afraid to try new things, which goes along with the page. The next card I got is things to avoid, and it is the Seven of Sky, which would be the Seven of Swords, and it's a cat stealing another cat's mouse, while the cat is looking at a flock of 7 blackbirds. So it's distracted, and another cat is stealing its prize. And this is a warning card. The Seven of Swords is a warning card. It's, don't get overwhelmed. Don't let everything distract you from your real goals, or you're going to lose the thing of value. So that was that card. The next card that I pulled was Things to Embrace. Things to Embrace, card number 7. And this is the Moon Cat card. Turn it. The eyes are glowing. The moon is in the background. It's like stepping down toward water. Looks like water in a brook. This looks like an ocelot cat. And it's the things to embrace. And the moon card the book says it represents your subconscious spilling into your conscious world, to allow things to take time, and to try to try to discern the truth and trust your intuition. The next card I got is the Where to Find Support, and that one is this very pretty card. It's called the Empress, and it's a mama kitty with all the colors of babies, but it's very pretty. The Empress is the mothering. Um, she loves and nurtures those around her. Um, so yeah, it's basically the Empress offers unconditional love. And then the last card that I got, card number 9, is the advice card. It's something to pay heed to. I got the Devil. The Devil cat it's in a bramble of thorns. It has a wounded bird. You can see from the bird's head being raised, it's not dead yet, but it's trapped in this briar of thorns. And yeah, that's kind of a scary looking grumpy cat. But the demon cat card, or the devil card, is what it says in the cat book is Don't let your demons take hold and discourage you. Avoid situations that lead you into darkness and away from your proper path. Separated from love, we are trapped in the thorns of malevolence. So that's a very interesting message for the devil. The devil is usually a harbinger of ill will. It means that you're going in the wrong direction, or to be careful about falling into traps. So that is the advice card. And then my hidden card, the one that I always pull from the very bottom of the deck to see if there's a deeper meaning, is that I got this. And this card has come up several times. And every time I pull anything from this deck, this card comes with it. And this is the Five of Sky, or, wait, where's that? The Five of Swords. And so in the book, it talks about this cat here being the Sphinx, being the peaceful one, and being surrounded by four bullies. In traditional tarot, this is a card warning of self-sabotage or a card of defeat. Usually it's a guy like picking up three swords and carrying it off while two other guys are just walking away with their swords on the grass. It's a warning card. And so according to the book, the Mystic Cat's book, the outcast retreats, seeking safety and a warmer welcome elsewhere. Bullies group together when they are too afraid to attack alone, to cause harm and discouragement. One cannot win against those who have no honor or reason with those with closed minds. Giving up part of your soul to win, that means if you become one of the bullies, giving up part of your soul to win the battle will be a hollow victory. The true battle is lost. So that's very interesting. But the normally this is the battle is lost. It has to do with self-sabotage. It's don't cause your own downfall. So that's what I have gotten so far with these cards. Like the picture I put up, they're beautiful cards. They are all very, very lovely cards. So that is the tarot for June from the new Mystical Cats tarot deck that I got for my daughter. So I think I'm going to still play with this deck. There's some things that don't quite go with what I learned from White Tarot about what the cards mean. So I'm still trying to figure it out. But the cards are very striking, and I like them. So I hope that you like them too.